Hello everyone, here we are again, Robin the Sudoku guy with tutorial number 37. This is an important one. In this particular tutorial I want to cover this topic. One number repeated in a row or column within a block. This is very powerful when we're doing advanced puzzles and you've got all these little numbers put in. This is from one puzzle and this is from another puzzle. We're going to do this one first, and this time I'm going to be doing rows, not columns. I've done one tutorial before when we actually did one in a column. And I want to just revise this again in a way because some people are a little bit confused. Here we go. If you look at this row here, you will notice that there is an 8 here and an 8 here, but they're both in a block. If they're in a block and they are the only places an 8 can go in this whole row, then we can get rid of all the other 8s in this particular block. I accidentally hit a little 7 there. Okay, there we go. Fix it. So let's do that. We don't know which 8 it's going to be, but we can get rid of this 8. We can get rid of this 8. We can get rid of this 8 and this 8 and this 8. Now that shows really all we need is one of these two to be an 8. But when you've done that, what are the ramifications? Well, let's look at this here. We've got a 7. So that 7 turns into a big 7. Now, when you've got a big 7 in this block, you can get rid of all the other 7s. So let's get rid of the other 7s. We'll start here and go up around. Get rid of that 7. We can get rid of this 7. We can get rid of this 7. We can get rid of that 7. We can get rid of all this one, and this one, and this one. But there's one more 7 we need to get rid of. Having done the block, we now look at this second row here. And you will notice it. Is there a 7 in that row, a little one? Yes, there is. There's one right there. So we have to get rid of that one too. Okay. What a difference that makes. We have 1, 5. We have several cells now with just 2 little numbers, which is great. So that's that example. Let's now go on to this one down in here. If you look very closely with this bottom row, if you look closely, you'll see that there's a 5 in this particular block. There should be there, there, and there. One of those has to be a 5 because there's no other place in this block for a 5 to go. It's going to be somewhere in this row. So, if that is definitely the case, we've got a 5 over here. We can go 5, 5, 5. So this becomes a 5. Now I'm going to leave it at a 5 because I'm going to leave it as 3, 5, 7. But actually, so I can show you. But 5 is going to be the number. And you'll see why in a minute when I cover something else. Because these 5s, one of these 5s is going to be a 5, we can actually eliminate this 5 here. Which again means that in this block the only place for a 5 is to go there. Now let's just take a look at this 3737 matching pair. If you have a 3737 in this block, it means that you can get rid of all other 37s in that block, which means you can get this one and you can get this 3, 5, 7. So this becomes a big 5. So there's 3 ways in which we could prove, and by logic, that has to be a 5. There's more than one way we can go, isn't there? Now, 3737, we've also got a 7 down in here. So this 7 can be removed and that becomes a 1. Okay, now, talking about 3 7s again, now we look not just at the block, but we look at the row that the 3 7 is in. is there a 3, 7 elsewhere, or 3 or a 7 along this row? And if I look down this far end, yes, there's a 3 there. We get rid of that 3. Is there a 7 anywhere else? No. What about a 3? There's a 3 right here. We can get rid of that 3, which makes this a 1. And that you can verify by saying middle, bottom, top. But also, we can get rid of this one now and that one as well because of that one. When I did that, we've got 1 3 that's only available in this whole block. So therefore this whole lot can be erased, excluded, and just put in a big 3. What does that do? Well, that means that this 3 means you can get rid of that 3. Therefore, this 3 becomes the real 3. Bottom, middle, top. So we can make this a big 3. Isn't it incredible how the power of a matching pair can have? And I thought I'd include that as well in this tutorial. So that's it for this tutorial. Hope you can catch on and look for it when you're doing difficult puzzles and you've got to put all the little numbers in. So that's it.